Hey guys, this is Weekend Warrior Monica and Weekend Warrior Dave.
Hey, how's it going?
We are getting ready to do a 50 Soulstone Malifaux game for you guys. Dave, who are you bringing to the table?
I'm bringing Yang Lo tonight. My resurrection is 10 Thunders.
And I'm going to be bringing Marcus. It's actually going to be a combo of the first edition box and the second edition box. I can't wait to show it to you guys. We will show you the setup in just a little bit.
It's going to be fun.
Hey guys, this is Monica again. So we have our deployment and strategies and schemes set up for you. Our deployment was flipped for standard deployment. These guys are 6 inches away from the edge. I kind of put my big beasties in the front, and Marcus, Miranda, and the jackalope are kind of hiding in the back. I went ahead and we're calling this crater severe terrain. I went ahead and put the Kerberos in there because he has unimpeded. He does not care about severe terrain having his movement. Neither do some of my other models, but I love utilizing the Kerberos for that. So our strategy for this game is reconnoiter, which means that we want to take over control at least 2/4 of the board. We have to have more non-peon models in the quarter for that. Strategy list for the game, or scheme list, sorry, my bad. We have Assassinate, Protect Territory, Spring the Trap, Power Ritual, and of course Line in the Sand. I chose Assassinate. I have not gone against Yang Lo yet, so I do not know how easy it will be to kill the leader. I also chose Power Ritual. You're allowed to that's putting scheme markers within 6 inches of table corners. You're allowed to do 1 in your own deployment area, so I will go ahead and let Kojo probably take care of that over here, and then try and make my way over to the other table corners with Kojo, as well as one of the Razor Spine Rattlers is kind of set up for that. Dave will be back in a minute to tell you about his deployment and what schemes that he chose for his crew.
Okay guys, it's my turn. It's Mali Dave back, and this is my deployment. We had standard deployment, so I did basically spread them out, kind of to match the madness with Marcus. So I moved everybody out, spread out a little bit. Now, for schemes, my plan is to do Line in the Sand and Power Ritual. So, as you can see, right now, she's lined up all the way across. I have a funny feeling she's playing the same kind of gig. And I'm lined up all the way across. So my idea will be to use my movement abilities, my flying, my pushes, to post, and then to dodge around her stuff. So my plan with Yan this time around is to gather as much chi as possible until mid-game. So I'll be spell casting for the most part until mid-game, at which point I'm going to plan on spending them all to get some of the more attack-based stuff, and then use my brutal Katai. Sorry about the pronunciations, guys. I am just not good at it. But I'll be using that. Hopefully take down some of the big monsters she has. So that's my plan of attack. Sorry about the Blair Witch style videographing, but I'm not super used to the camera since this is the first time I've touched it. Alright, we'll let you know what happens after first turn.
Alrighty everybody, we have the end of turn 1 right now. For my side, we have the Kerberos and one Razor Spine Rattler up towards the middle. We have, what is she called again?
She's Chikai.
Chikai.
The niece.
Oh, okay. Sitting on the top of this lovely hut. We have the Razor Spine, Marcus, Miranda, Slate Ridge Mauler, and Jackalope all hanging out over there. And Kojo, who dropped off a scheme marker. On this side, we have Amanozako, who also dropped off a scheme marker for that corner. And we have Yanlo, generated a chi. The Soul Porter is still hanging out in the back. What's his name again?
Yin.
Yin is starting to move forward. He did take a defensive stance. And we got a couple guys hanging out by this giant tree thing over here.
Yeah, that's Toshiro, the daimyo, and then the two Ashigaru are escorting him.
And the Dynamo?
One of the Ashigaru actually dropped this scheme marker.
That's who it was. Alright, so Dave has 2 scheme markers down, I have 1 scheme marker down, and we're starting to work our way towards the middle, so we should be getting some melee in next turn. We'll let you know how it goes. And for Reconnoiter, we don't have to worry about that this turn because this was the first turn and it's each turn after the first. Alrighty, so we're back at the end of turn 2. We have Chikai still in the middle with a scheme marker now. We've got a melee between the Razor Spine Rattler and Yin. We've got a large melee over here involving the Slate Ridge Mauler, Kojo, 2 of the Ishigaru, and Toshidiro. One of these days I'll get these Toshiro. One of these days I'll get these names down. And then we also have another melee over here with the other Razor Spine Rattler and Nozako. And then the Sabertooth is playing Mountain Climber over here. Okay, so as far as Reconnoiter is concerned, I have 2 models versus his 1 model in this quarter. I have 4 models to 2 models in this quarter, giving me 1 victory point. And he has 4 models to my 1 model in this quarter. Unfortunately, you do have to have control of at least 2 quarters to gain a victory point. So currently the score is 1-0. So we will be back with turn 3.
Wait.
Alright, end of turn 3. So Amanozako took care of the Rattler by making him bite himself again. And then did severe damage on him with his own attack, and then walked over to say hi to the Kerberos. Yanlo is gathering chi and walking. Yay. We'll see what happens with him. Snake versus Snake with the Razor Spine and Yin is still going strong. The Slate Ridge Mauler got taken down, as did one of the Ashigaru. And not much else has changed over on this side.
Kojo.
Oh yes, and Kojo got taken out. But the other Fushuzio. Yeah, I know I mangled that one. Jackalope started moving around. Chikai. I keep wanting to call her Chica.
I know.
Chikai moved down off of her little tower thingamajig. That's about it for this turn. We'll see what happens at the end of turn 4. Oh, and Dave has 1 victory point for he controls the quarter over here and the quarter over here. So we'll get back to you at the end of turn 4. Alright, so we just wanted to share with you the insanity of Malifaux. So we both discarded out of our hands a 4 of masks. And then we proceeded to flip for initiative. First was a Jack of Ravens, crows, then a 12 of crows for both of us, and then a 12 of rams for each of us. Let's see what we get next. Alright, so finally something different. I got an ace of books, and he got a 3 of crows. But that was some crazy stuff going on with all the same suits and numbers going on there. Alright, so this is the beginning of turn 4. We'll come back at the end of turn 4 for you. Alrighty, so we are at the end of turn 4. Dave got another victory point for the Reconnoiter. He has control of this quarter, and this quarter, and we are tied for this quarter. This turn, the Jackalope went ahead and tried to charge Chikai. Sorry, I will get her name right eventually. And he did some damage to her. And then he got killed by an attack by Yanlo, who is still migrating with his chi train over there. The Kerberos and Amanazaki are still in combat. The Kerberos took a bunch of wounds because he made me bite myself again. Marcus is still hanging in here over here with his little buddy Miranda, giving him defensive boosts. And the snakes are still locked in combat. And the rattlesnake finally got some damage to stick on Yin. And Yin got some damage to stick on the rattler. So we're no longer at a stalemate anyway.
Right.
And then we have one little guy coming all the way over here. So he hasn't dropped any scheme markers yet, but it's probably going to happen. And we will see you at the end of turn 5. Alrighty, so we're back with the end of turn 5. And we have no Kerberos over here anymore. He kind of went bye-bye. He did get a chance to drop a scheme marker though, because he leaped away from the combat. Leaping does not count as a walk action, so it moves him away. He can disengage with that. Chikai, did I get that right?
Yes.
Yes, I got it right. Chikai dropped a scheme marker over in this corner. The Jackalope came back because the Rattler died because Yanlo got tired of the stalemate over here between the Rattler and Yin. We got a couple scheme markers dropped over here by
Yin and
Toshibo. Marcus had killed this guy and then got summoned back. And then this guy dropped another scheme marker over here, like we predicted at the end of last turn. So now we are going to go ahead and flip and find out if we're going for another turn. It is a 5, so that would be a no. We are ending it here. Total victory points right now. We have Dave with 8 points based off of his 3 power ritual scheme markers, and he's got line in the sand, and he got victory points for reconnoiter. I had 2 power ritual scheme markers. My other scheme was assassinate. Yanlo is still very healthy. He has not been touched. I was unable to get through to him. And I did not score as many victory points for reconnoiter. So the final score was Dave with 8, Monica with 3. Thank you for joining us. We will do a little bit of post-battle report in just a little bit. Alright Dave, how did you think your battle went?
Well, I scored real well. And Yan is a bad man. He's a bad, bad man. It worked as well as I could want it. I was worried about all your monsters in combat, but there's a lot of damage prevention and a lot of resummoning on my army, and there's a lot of movement tricks. So I was able to do a lot of moving around and manipulation, and being able to drop the schemers where I wanted them really helped. Being able to hold Yin made it so that Marcus couldn't walk or charge one action, and that really changed the move of the game because I was able to get my little peons in melee range to him, and then he just spent all his time trying to kill them, and they're hard to kill, and they have armor, so they die, and then they get resummoned. He just never killed them fast enough to get them to go away and stay away. So that, I think, I hear a lot of people talk about Izamu as really great for this kind of list, but Toshido is the man. I mean, Toshiro the daimyo, he's awesome. What he does for minions is just amazing, totally worth his points plus. And then just Chikai's, the Nisa ability to move around. I kept to just keeping chi with Yan and gathering up his chi, so he had an 8 defense and an 8 for casting. Makes him pretty hard to stop. And again, the most underappreciated being in the Yan list is the Soul Porter. His ability to get 2 of the Ancients to move, having 4 Ancients in this list, just kills it. Makes it really easy to move where you want, how you want. So that's what I think.
Thank you very much.
Go ahead.
Alrighty, so post-battle report for the Marcus side. Kojo didn't, and the Slate Ridge Mallow didn't last as long as I had hoped that they would. I think that I need to keep Miranda closer to them to keep them in her little defensive bubble. When Miranda's within 3 inches of a friendly beast, she gives them a positive to their defensive flips. So that's helpful. That's actually part of why Marcus is still alive. I kept Marcus within her little bubble, and she was able to heal him if he got wounded. She provided positives to his defensive flips. I used the God's Domain upgrade for Marcus, and if he's in combat, I give him Precision of the Eagle, which gives his Shillelagh attack a positive to the attack and damage flips, which is always helpful, especially when you're going against multiple pesky things that die and come back repeatedly, such as he was. The Jackalope didn't die very quickly this turn. I'm used to the Jackalope dying very early in the game and coming back repeatedly. He only came back once. Kerberos actually took a lot longer to die than usual. I usually send him straight forward and then usually just let them attack him and kill him while I'm doing other things with everybody else. But this game I was trying to use him as the everybody else trying to sneak through and get places because he's got the leap that gives him an extra movement as well as his 5-inch walk. But the leap is a little bit tricky to get off if you don't have the cards in your hand. You have to have a 5 mask for his leap, and I kept not having that and kept flipping like 4 book, or just I would get a high enough number and not the right suit. I have found that I'm having a hard time with Resurrectionist armies with all the summoning. I get very buried in dead bodies very quickly. So, yeah, I think I need to play against more Resurrectionists. I think the next time I play Marcus's crew, I'm going to keep them more in the tight bubble so that I can take advantage of their accomplice abilities from Marcus and Miranda. Both have the ability that they can chain activate somebody else within 6 inches of them after their activation. That can give them a little bit of a speed boost, and also taking advantage of Miranda's defensive flips and her 6-inch healing range. And yeah, I think that's just about it for me. Thanks for watching, guys.